That was that is what I watched as public access. Like he was doing like if you didn't have cable and you didn't have MTV and you didn't have BET, he was playing all the rap music videos on his show. I saw that I didn't know. So I looked up Bobby Sim and he like I'm watching the video now. It's him like old school, him on a blue screen, and he would just talk about he was from Brooklyn. So he would just talk about all the new rappers. Sometimes he would have some rappers come on the show. And I looked it up. He's still alive. He now has his own podcast called Bobby Simmons Flavor Videos. But I'm just like, everyone's got to have like a public access guy that they launch, but you didn't watch any public access. Man, oh, and then like why I really started watching him is because he was doing BET Uncut. Like the videos he was showing had some nasty girls in it, right? You had to wait till 2 o'clock in the morning to see those to get that. Yes, and that was also what I used to enjoy. That was a great time. Public access was great. I thought yes, I do have one on one of my rooms. Yes. Yeah, and they're all digital. They're all just focused on something. Like, like I used to watch the Fail Blog TV. That used to be a staple in our house. We just watch Fail Blog every day, all day. Then I got hooked on the This Old House channel, 24/7 This Old House. Oh, they got a Forge and Fire one. They've got all sorts of channels you can watch for free now. Yep. It says that there in 1983, public access was founded in Chicago. Uh, it was on channels 19, 21, 27, 36, and 42. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. Mm. Video music box? Yes, that was mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, and Video Music Box was another one of those public access channels that we had that we come on. Let me see what they say. They had some controversy going on. I'm just googling it, but yeah, I don't know. It says just controversy. I'll read it some other time. I don't care too much about it. About the public access and network television. But yeah, for us, it was CBS was on channel 2, NBC was number 4, Fox was 5 for us, ABC was 7, channel 9 used to be before it was UPN. It later turned to UPN. But then channel 11 was WPIX, which then became CW, and 13 was PBS. So it went 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, and 13 was out. Mhm. Yeah, okay. I was with UPN, so Child 9 was UPN. Homeboys in Outer Space and all those dumb shows that they were they were putting on TV. Mhm. 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 Oh, the React. Oh man. Oh man, we had those 5 channels. Well, yeah. 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, 6 channels, 13 if you count seven channels. And then I could tell told you we had HBO. Like that was it. Because my dad would put an antenna in our roof and point it towards the Empire State Building and just grab free airwaves, and HBO was a channel we could always get. Right? So I lived in the projects, right? In the Bronx. So the roof just always had access to the roof. Right. So what my dad would do was just go to the roof, buy an antenna, put the antenna on the roof, drop a cord from the side off the side of the building, hook it up into our TV from the roof. So we lived on the he lived so we lived in the same building. I lived with my mom, and he was on the 12th floor, and we were on the 7th floor. So he would just drop two cables down, one to our floor and then one on his floor. Right. I remember one day we was watching a Mike Tyson fight, and the signal just went blurry. When the signal goes blurry, that means someone is on the roof stealing the antenna. So, I never saw my dad. So the signal went blurry. He jumped up, shot out the house because he lived on the 13th, 12th floor. So he only had to go 2 floors up to catch someone stealing his antenna. Oh man. Yeah. It was so much fun. That was the only channels we had. Regular TV and HBO. That was all we had. No, it wasn't but I can tell you, occasionally you was buying going to Radio Shack to buy antennas because they were stealing your Mhm. Oh. No. Okay. Mhm. It is this week. He's he will leave no stone unturned when looking for a quarterback, which people are assuming they're talking about Matt Stafford, which I don't want. I don't want Matt. Because I feel like if you get Matt Stafford, you're pushing off the drafting a quarterback in this draft, and it's not going to be cheap. It's not a cheap Matt Stafford's not going to be cheap, and that's part of the problem that I have. Like it's if you pay, you're going to want to play him. Right? Yeah, no, not cheap. Not going to be cheap, and I'm just if you're going to do it, just like all right. So I always liken it to the move when the Giants was looking when they after Kerry Collins, they decided they wanted to move away from Kerry Collins and they were going to move to the future of the team. I remember that offseason because that offseason we picked up not Kirk Cousins, Kurt Warner, right? This is before the draft. This is free agency. We pick up Kurt Warner. I'm like, okay, and this Kurt Warner was old back then, but he still then had 6, 7 more years of playing time. Exactly, right? So I think I'm like, okay, all right, I like this. We got a quarterback out there who can lead the team. And at that time, the Giants was drafting like I think like six in that draft. We had a very low position in it. No, it might have I think it was six. It couldn't have been six. It had to have been third. We was drafting third. And I was like, all right, well, I didn't follow college football at the time. I don't know who we're drafting in the draft. So I'm just like, all right, whatever. But I was happy with Kurt Warner. We have Kurt Warner. I'm happy with that. But he didn't cost us a lot. He was not an expensive, it was a 1 year rental. right? Because he only signed a 1 year deal with the Giants. And that same year, they went out and they drafted Eli Manning. Kirk played 6 strong games and was benched by the seventh game after being 4-2. Like that's the one thing I'm like, they benched a winning quarterback because they had Eli Manning on the bench and they wanted to get him out there. That's what I like. If you're gonna do that, if you're gonna get that veteran quarterback to bridge the gap till you get your, he can't be expensive. It's got to be a 1 year rental. If you're gonna do it, it's got to be a 1 year thing. There'll be no long-term contracts. There'll be, and long, I'm talking 3 years. I don't want to see them sign a 3 year contract to anyone who's not gonna be that you don't expect to be there 3 years or more. Um, but but yeah, that's my thing with Matt Stafford. I don't know that very. Mm, that's the thing. Yes, that's the thing you direct recognize. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yep. It's a lot. So yeah. Who's the other one? You think? Yeah, I don't know if Kirk really failed. I would like he 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 started off good. Yeah. But then yeah, I saw something, I think today, that they said he will be the backup. They don't look to at trading him, but that's what they said. But I don't know. Mhm. So he's at least a backup for this year. So I think that's what they're going into the season. I saw that because it basically came across as he may not be available like people think he might be available um to get. So hmm no, yeah, no, I think I was looking. I haven't been paying too much attention to what's going on because I my team is what they are, right? He still got to get answer those questions. Next question is what the answer is. I'm not. Well, I'm not answering that question. Like, I'm done. I'm done. We saw what happened. I'm done. So, I, yes, just don't do it. Don't do it. You put see, that's the thing about like we said, like when you're with the off season during the regular season, not the regular season, but the normal hard knock season, right? No one person is fully on display, right? The whole team is there. The coaches are being shown, the players are being shown. In the off season, the GM is the show, right? He is the show. And yeah, it's too much. They're not built for the show. That's not what they're there for. There's a games there's game types like that. Yes. Uno Flip has a card that on that version that does that. Play until you get that card. Mhm. Uh-huh. Yes. On Shador Sando. I saw that article today. I didn't read it. But because it's not in their hands. It's yeah, it's not in their hands. So let's see what happens. Trade up early, and then now it's time to start speculating, right? Up until now, they can have their eyes on Shador Sanders all they want. It's not guaranteed to fall to them. Yeah, so like all this is until things start happening, until the movers and the shakers start happening, and the people trading up to get these picks start happening. I don't mind. I don't care. I don't care if Shador Sanders is their guy, right? And he has to be their guy. If combine happens, which who knows if he even shows up to the combine, right? Do we know if Okay. So he's going to talk to teams. Okay. Yeah. If you are satisfied with that, with what you saw on tape and everything that you have, and he is your number one pick, and you got to have him that much over Cam Ward, or even if you don't know, you make the move. You try to call somebody, right? And you being at three, it's not that much to go up to one. If one is even available, we don't know if one's available. Okay, yeah, that's a no. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. That's not enough. Not when like I don't think it's a ton. I don't no. Most of the time, most of the time you will get your first possibly two firsts this year, right? That would put the Titans they probably don't. But then I'm like I got to go from 1 to 7? I mean, I want to go to 7. Mhm. Did you see that? Did you hear that DJ Moore in there? That's that's as enticing. You're telling me I don't have to draft a wide receiver. Yeah, it should be three ones, and hope if you can get two in one year. If like let's say they had another pick and they was giving up the 7 and the 27th pick, right, or something like that, and then a one next year, that to me is a deal you take. But to just give them two ones, it just doesn't feel like it's enough. For the number one pick in the draft, it just doesn't feel. And I got to go down to 7 now. Especially like when I said the Giants could do that exact same trade with them and just give it to 3. It's automatically a better trade. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was like when you said the trade. I'm like, yeah, that trade could be matched by probably a lot of teams. I think Oakland has a better seating than them. That's what I'm saying. So if Oakland said, "Okay, I see you, Jets, and I give you my sixth pick," like, oh, that's better than 7. And then all my picks would be better than theirs. My second round pick would be better than theirs this year, except for next year's picks is the picks we wouldn't know, right? So like if the Giants gave up that pick, the Giants would be giving them the number 3 pick this year, the number 32 pick this year. They have they have a compensatory third, I believe, this year. So I think it comes in at like 70. So they have a few picks in the top 100 this year. Mhm. I will say if you can get your if that's what I'm saying, it would have to be Shador or Cam, whoever you fall in love with, would have to be that guy, right? Like if he is that guy, then there's not much that you wouldn't give up, in my opinion, for for that. So if but like I said, he has to completely wow you to get that pick, to take that pick to trade in that position. So if that's the case, if they think he is that guy, then do it. If not, then take yeah, wait and see what happens. And 3 is probably gonna could be something good, right? You do all that work, and they still go, they still you still one of those players still fall to you because whoever hmm yeah, that's what I'm saying. Unless you are surefire that that's the guy we want, you stay where you are and just get it where it lays. And people are going to be upset at you because you didn't move up to get those quarterbacks. And don't let one of those quarterbacks have a good year. Joe, yes, you're gonna get, but I think that's smart play. I think if you think of it any other way, it's hindsight, right? At the time, you're like, listen, yeah, it's like, oh, if the Giants would have did this and moved there, but no, the smart play is don't give up too much. Let it see where if especially if you're not really smitten by anyone where you think that you would rather give up 2 years worth of capital because that's what it's going to take. It's going to take your first this year. It's going to take your first next year, and it's going to take if we're going with the structure that the Jets laid out right now, right? So you're losing your first, you're losing your second this year, and like you said, those are good picks. 3 and 32 or 33, wherever the Giants are picking. It's solid picks, right? And you gotta understand, is Shador Sanders worth two draft classes? Because that's what you're losing. J- just to move 2 spots. So hmm yeah. If they don't trade out of one, then it's who do you think they pick? Travis Hunter? You think they give Will Levis again? Mm, okay. I Yeah. What I find funny is the top two teams need quarterbacks, right? For sure. I think well, not for sure because, like you said, if the Titans, okay, in my head, I'm just pretty in my head, I believe the top two teams need quarterbacks. But when you look at it, the top two teams have quarterbacks, which is weird, right? Because you need one, but they just drafted Will Levis 2 years ago. Are they ready to give up on Will Levis? And we know the Browns need a quarterback, but they still have Deshaun Watson that they got to pay for the next 3 years, at least 3 years. Right. So it's like, Jesus Christ, both teams need quarterbacks, but both teams have quarterbacks. One is in worse shape. Honestly, Tennessee could say the Will Levis experience didn't work. We're drafting another quarterback and be out a couple, not, no harm, no foul almost. Right. Cleveland can't do that. Cleveland, Cleveland is going to have Cleveland could do the best thing for Cleveland to do is to draft the quarterback, sit, play that quarterback immediately, and pay Deshaun Watson $150 million for 3 years. Or whatever the contract is. That's their best bet. And that's a lousy bet because they still can't do anything with their team. They won't be able to put a team around their rookie quarterback to at the best time, at the cheapest time of his career. A backup. Mhm. Well, it could be depending on how much of a healer he is. It could be. Yeah. Nah. Yes. Let's go. Why would I say no? What? Shador Sanders. I know him. Mhm. That's all that matters. Oh, so they got him out the first round, probably. Mm. And then play him over the 14 other running backs that you have that y'all that don't. I'm just saying, you like that. They have a problem with playing the running backs that they have right now. We can't even see them all the time because they don't play some of them. Okay. I find it so difficult to believe they have to do it, but Cleveland, it's a tough quarterback situation here. Like, there's nothing they can do. They need a quarterback. Need one. Ab- Absolutely need a quarterback. Yeah, but mhm. in your head. Oh, so that's next year. What benefit does cutting him have then? Like, there's absolutely no benefit. Deshaun's still going to get paid his can't do anything with that. Hmm. Okay. Per year. Yeah, next year. Hmm. They no, they can't do. There's nothing they can do. True. And then, but now you're stockpiling picks, and you have no quarterback still. Like that's another thing that they have to do. They have to find a quarterback in this offseason free agency. They have to find a quarterback. They're not. You hope that you don't want to. They want to be in the same position next year, in my opinion. And yes, it would be better if they traded that pick to who? Anyone might take it. Um, but you want someone that you think is going to be bad though, right? You don't want to give a quarterback to the Jets and he turns out to be really good, and then their team is really good. They still have a squad. They still have a squad. They still have a squad. So I don't know. I'm trying to think where chances are. Well, Oakland should be better. Oakland will probably be better just based off the fact that Pete Carroll's their coach. Just that, just that alone will make them a ready competent team to come out there and play every week. So I could see giving it to him, but if you give them a court, that team they are further away than the Jets are from being good. Like even with Pete Carroll, they'll be better, but still probably last in the division. Right? So yes, Saints are besides the Giants. Saints are Saints. They oh man, a quarterback. I'm trying to think what a quarterback would do for them. It would help. A quarterback's gonna help everybody, but yeah, mm, tough. It's tough. That's a draft day move. That's a draft day move. You don't do it before draft because nobody wants number two before exactly. So that's a draft day move where you're calling up teams and saying, "Hey, such and such called Giants. What you want to do?" Like you know what I'm saying? You pick a bidding war with the Giants probably after they see number one. What happens to number one? Oh my God! If they take a non quarterback at one, then if they take a non-quarterback at one, it's possible that they don't have a bidding war with the Giants. Get the other quarterback double trade, the double trade. but but that's what I'm saying. If the to me, the Giants don't move up to if the Giants have a quarterback in mind, they go for number one, right? If they don't have a number quarterback in mind, they stay pat. So if they already at three and they didn't move to number one, that means they're fine with either one of those guys. So they could get if Tennessee doesn't want to move out the number one spot, then because Tennessee wants a quarterback. And there's nothing I could do. But if Tennessee is going to go get Abdullah, right? They can get him at three. Three is fine. So, so that's my thing. Like, if either the Giants move before draft or they stay right there, because let's just say that they do pick Abdullah, right? The Giants is like, okay, we either got Shador or we got Cam. We'll live with it. And they hang up the phone when somebody tries to call, right? Or when if the Browns tried to call. All you're really doing is now at that point in time, you're calling and Oakland, the Saints, and the Jets. Those are the three people that can move up there. And I'm not gonna lie, I would hope the Jets move up because history tells me whoever the Jets pick was the wrong pick. Right? So I got yes. I know I had them high. I might have maybe I missed. I gotta fire some scouts. If they had that guy with the other team picked him, can't be that good. So yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just don't think the Titans not taking a quarterback is probably the best thing that could happen to the Giants. Because if not, you uh, yes. It depends on what you have on your grade. If you got them graded equally, it costs too much to move up that one spot. That's the only reason why. It just costs a lot to move up one spot. So that guy has to be really worth it for me to pay. And if he was it, but who's really worth two first round draft picks? Like right now, like any other play. That's what I say. If you truly believe that you have a grade super high, then you don't even work to the draft. You don't even you call Tennessee tonight. Like that's what I said. If that's what I said. If the Giants don't call Tennessee pre-draft, then no movement's happening draft day, is what I'm saying. That's my belief. Because if you really want Shadir over Cam and you think he's that good, you trade whatever it takes to get him now. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yep. Yep. If but Cleveland already said we're willing to move. Right. Neither one of them married. They're so far from they're so far from good right now. Mm-hmm. And checks out, even if they trade him at the end of the year, right? Let's just say after everything's settled, the dust is settled, June 1, they trade for him, right? They trade him and they get what people think is they're going to get at least a number one, maybe two number ones, right? Possibly two number ones. You're telling me you get to go into the next year with two draft picks, right? Two, two solid high draft picks. Um, and let's say by some chance, whoever you get does some winning, right? That you don't want. Because what you want is you want those picks to be prime picks. You could trade up now. You got someone else's first. You can easily get up to first if in that situation for next year. Hmm. Yep. You hope. You hope. Yeah. Takes a year or two. Yeah. It takes. Hmm. 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 Yes. Mm. Yeah. Well, Jameer Gibbs went what? That he went 10. Yeah, because what's name was in the top five. That Bijan. Hmm. Yep. Oh yeah. I, mhm. What I don't what I don't understand is why they don't run at the combine, but then run at their pro day. Like most of these people will run in front of their own at their own place and not run. Like if you're not gonna run, don't run. Don't like hey, I I I just I don't get it, right? Unless there's some forgery going on with these stopwatches in your own time in your own place. Yeah, they're coming to see me. Yeah. And technically, and technically, I'm not competing with anyone on my pro day. Like that's a giant job interview, right? And they're talking, if you're a running back and you run it, they're talking to six, seven other running backs, comparing what you say on these questions to comparing what they said. And they just spoke to them last week, or not last week, an hour ago. They came in right before you. It's different when they come to see you. There's no one else that they can talk. They're talking to. They're talking to me. If the interview feels more personal, and they don't have the taste of the answers that someone else just spit, just yes, just a few minutes ago. So, yep. It's no first round grade guys shouldn't do it. Second round and below, yes, because it does have the opportunity to turn you from a second round grade to a first round grade, right? When you are first round grade, the only thing you can do is go down. That's the only thing you could do. But anyone else who doesn't have that first round grade, you go to the combine and you put the best effort you possibly can. It can't hurt you unless you get injured. Mhm. 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 I, I will tell you. Uh and I will look and specifically it moves the needle for wide receivers, I think, more than anyone. Because Xavier Worthy running the speed that he ran put him into the first round. For sure. And then who was the dude that played for who had the record before him, who wasn't who had a third round grade? He played for the Bengals, wound up drafting him in the first round. He's been passed along the league like 7 times for that. I think, yeah. Mhm. Yeah. But but that's but that to me is a strategic risk of someone who's a second round draft pick trying to get to one, right? Try not yeah, the first round. And that's a risk that you have to take because the injury is there. Um, but like if I'm first, I wouldn't do it. Anything other than first, I think I'm going out there because I think I've seen it. I've seen impressive speeds. You take someone from a third round pick to a first round pick, which guarantees me that extra year, right? Which makes my contracts guaranteed. Um, so I take that risk if I think I can go from second, third to number one. If I've already got a first round grade, yeah, it would be difficult for me to do this because that was it that offensive lineman or was it whose junk fell out? That's what could happen to you when you run. Your junk your junk falls out. Oh no, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. So yeah, I don't know. Some of the I just think that okay, you told me, all right, I talk to my agent, what they got me. Got me first round. All right, who do you think? What do you think? Am I mid first round? Am I 30, 28? Like, if no, you are you're 28, possibly second round, early second round. I may run. I may run. What is it? There's nothing in Green Bay. Mhm. That seems like some hate, sir. This I'm gonna look up the Four Seasons Green Bay. Uh, okay, wait. That doesn't. I typed in the Four Seasons Green Bay, right? It's a tennis club. Four Seasons Tennis Club. Like what? You shouldn't even be allowed to get that name. You know what I mean when I said Four Seasons. Yeah, this tennis club doesn't even look that swanky. It looks it's just a bar. It's not. It's just a bar for the most part. Mm. Man, that's a far fall off from some of the other places that people have been drafted at. Right? It's just that's a far fall off. Like, oh, it makes you want to go. Maybe I don't want to go to Green Bay. Maybe I don't want to be drafted here. Mm, yeah. Aaron Rodgers, was it Brady Quinn? Oh man. Brady Quinn. Brady Quinn was the one I thought that felt the worst to me. And he had to sit there and clap with a smile, like, wow, they picked such and such. Yeah, no, you're not very good, Brady Quinn. Yep. Yeah. Now he's an analyst, I think, or for college football. Yes. He was a Cleveland drafted him, right? Yeah. Mm, it's not very good. Just not very good. And two touchdowns, 8 picks in 24 games. Okay. Hmm. Not very good. That's just one season. Yeah. How many rushing touchdowns? He used to run the ball. One touchdown. Mm. Yeah, that's the stat line that'll get you out the league. That's a stat line that'll get you out the league. Yeah. Alex Smith. Alex Smith. Uh-huh. Very good. No, no, didn't have an Aaron Rodgers sort of career. Yeah, 3 MVPs is tough. Like, even though he Super Bowls are a team thing, MVP is a solo thing. And for at least 3 years, he was the best player at his position. And that position just happens to be quarterback, the best position in football. So Alex Smith was never that guy. It was good, very good years. Just yeah. Mhm. You did. Correct. It turned on and I wanted to cut it off. Like, he was talking and I was just like, huh? What are you talking about? Like, it feels like he just I don't know. If I don't like he's trying really hard to sound smart. And he's like, yeah, you ever thought about politics? Yeah, I love politics when I was in high school. That's not politics. That's not politics, sir. That is no, no. That part was like, yeah, it was your uncle that got me into it. I was like, what? Like, uh-huh. Hmm. His childhood friend is Walt McCarthy, LaFleur. Wait, wait. There was a scene in he I don't even know like you sometimes I tuned out, right? But there was a scene I don't even know what he was getting measured. They put some weird device on his head and they said, wait, the person said, in theory, oh my God, that statement right there. I said, huh? What does that even mean? Like, it just felt like they had to say that's the first episode. Man, you recover faster than I've ever seen. Like, and the second was the you have a fast brain. I said, like I said, I don't even know what they were even discussing because it all looked dumb to me, right? And I was like, are those guys? They was putting something in it and turning. I'm like, are they tightening it? Is it just for show? What is he doing? This I've never seen this device. I don't know what it's measuring. I have no clue. But then the guy, it's got to be a paid service, right? But then the guy says, in theory, this should do this. I was like, I'm not paying for your in theory. I'm not paying for your in theory. What does that mean? How many people have you tested? Mhm. They never said it. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Did what you like about his caterpillar quote? What do you think the caterpillar think? The butterfly, well, the caterpillar thinks when he wakes up as a butterfly. Wow, I'm pretty cool. This is my life, man. He thought that was the deepest thing he anyone has ever said in life when he said that. I was like, oh, hmm. So I'm not gonna lie to you. What I absolutely, if he would have walked into a clinic and did ayahuasca with a bunch of people, I would have respected it, right? This whole shaman trip, I can't get behind it, right? I cannot get behind it. I don't like, and it doesn't matter different what it is. Like, but to me, I was like, it seems like this is being celebrated. It seems like he could have got the same effect lighting up a joint with some friends at home, right? It's very reminiscent of oh, what is his name? McConaughey smoking and doing the bongos butt naked in his house. Like I'm just like, but one is not wasn't can't be glorified, isn't glorified, can't be used, but this perfectly fine. I'm like, yeah, I've seen this before. These are just people just high off weed. Oh, of course. Hmm. Like I said, I'm not denying it. I'm just like, it it's the spiritual, like mystical, the being in the tent, the playing the bongos and the weird percussion instruments that no one else plays except when they're high. It was just like all this is too much for me. If you like to get high, I ain't got a problem with you liking to get high. Right? I don't have a problem. If it makes you feel better, I'm fine. I don't care. But it's the theatrics around it where I'm just like, I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. You get high with some friends. I get that. Exactly. Go to uh-huh. Oh no. It's a crowded street, it's Burbage. See, you needed a safe place. You needed a tent with some stones, heated up stones. There was a scene. They did say grandma at one point in time, and I saw a dude spit into something, and it immediately was like, I hope that's not the ayahuasca. I pray. He's I'm not drinking that. I'm like, why are we seeing this? What is he spitting for? It was just, I was like, oh God. And it was just brown, earthy. I was like, that doesn't look good. That doesn't look good at all. It's just he's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, my friend. Yeah, he was in a bad place, and I told him about my trip, my ayahuasca. Uh, yeah, he called it the medicine. At first, he called it his my first my first trip was hard. It's so it's in a retreat where they just go and get high for. Just call it what it is, man. It's a guy's trip. It's a guy's trip. You and a girl and his mom. He brought his yeah. I was like, this is weird. Was, mm. Was he playing was he the one playing the steel pan? No, that was the other. I'm like, you just get all the weird percussion instruments. Just bring them all. It, it's and then he's like, he said, yeah, I just RFK Jr. just asked me to be his vice president. Vice president. I don't even know what to think about it. And then he's like, I don't know how that got out. You told people. How? Yeah. How that got out was you said it. I don't know how it got out. He's uh, the cancer patient. Yeah. And this week he was like, oh, shoot again. All right, I'll see. I'll walk back. I there was a what did I don't know if it was a real headline or they it was like Aaron Rodgers hates cancer patients. So, like that's not a real that can't be real. It can't, of course they did. I think oh man, I thought I forgot that his brother was on the Bachelor or whatever that show was. I forgot that he did that. his his words, not mine. That's what he, what you. So the Bachelor and Bachelorettes aren't looking for love. What? Mind blown. Double dare. Yep. Oh, my wife loves it. Nope, nope, nope. Accidentally see it. Accidentally see it. Oh, oh no! I don't know. Oh no! Oh, oh, I saw it happening. I saw it happen in slow motion. Oh no! Oh my god! You know what makes this great? I'm not gonna lie. You what makes it actually kind of fun, knowing that his season was an absolute failure. The return. God, I don't want to say this, but man, it's so difficult for me to root for the guy. Like man. Next week's episode, did you see? Is the vaccine stuff. Just an hour. It's not right. he he just wants you to be a free thinker, man. I'm upset that more people don't look into what did he say? What was the word he said? Like basically known like accepted beliefs. You got to question these things. I'm like, yeah, sure, that's you should. I'm not going to deny that. But but just because you did some research and four people agreed with you doesn't make you right. Like I don't no, no, no. That was fun. I like I said, like the first 5 minutes he talks about how I hate the two-party system. I feel like it's more of a one-party system, the rich people. I didn't like politics until RFK Jr. came out. And I was like, wait, what? Huh? you, you mean one of the wealthiest political families in history? It's correct. I was like, okay, all right. If you don't think they're an oligarchy or some sort of like very wealthy, then you're dumb. Then you're dumb. hmm Who? Yep. Ted Kennedy. Ted Kennedy. Popular that they got. All right, Ted. You can be the Massachusetts senator. And wait, they're so popular. They got Arnold Schwarzenegger to be a governor. That's how popular, that's how popular they are. hmm hmm Yep. Is Tupac on that plane? Did Tupac when they come back? They were both in Cuba, and Tupac is coming back with them. All right, okay. I feel like I got something here. Oh man, there was this episode was. I knew it was going to be the weird one. Right, but I can't. That ayahuasca thing was just too much for me. It was too much. It was just like if I went to somebody's house and it was just a bunch of shirtless dudes playing a bongo, I'm leaving. I'm just I do think that Aaron Rodgers is playing the smallest bongo I'd ever seen in my life. Might as well have been an upside down tin can of soda. Just it was small, like this big, so small. But yeah, it was. I was just like, God, this. You didn't have to go to Costa Rica for this. You could have just did this at your house. You got a nice house probably in California where no one would have cared. Mhm. It's the experience. It's the tents. Those grandmother rocks. They don't. I bet it is too. My, yeah, my wife was there a couple years ago. She loved it. ATV and yeah. he called like hmm do you remember when he had they had to basically, I guess, validate his argument, I guess, because there was no other reason for this to happen. They were at his charity event for flag football, and Josh Allen walks up to him and says, "Hey man, I'm really interested in that the medicine that you talk about. We need to get in contact about that." Josh, don't do it, Josh. Don't do it. Don't do it, Josh. Just don't do it. But I was like, that scene didn't exist. Oh yeah, that scene didn't. Ayahuasca turned you into. Yeah, I needed it. I was tired of losing, and I felt like a winner with the Grandma Rocks. I felt like a winner. I forgot, and I'm there was so many for him to never going back to the Super Bowl. Mhm. They should have been there. No, it's not a Bears documentary. Derek, it's not a Bears documentary. I don't even think showed Jay Cutler in the game. hmm Yes. Yeah, that's what I was like. That though is something's wrong. Right? When your highs aren't highs, it's something's wrong. Like so there could be something wrong with him in that regard. And that's what I actually felt bad about him when he was that. Because it's like if you can't enjoy at the pinnacle of success, then where do you find your joy at? That to me, and that to me was kind of sad. It's like Jesus Christ, that's a tough way to go, right? But it's depression. That sounds like depression to me. So, but I was just like, oh, okay, well, and you got to do it because the money's good, right? Like, but there's players like that just don't have that. Was it Kevin Willis? Was not Kevin Willis? What is his name? He's the middle linebacker for the San Francisco 49ers, retired early. Just like when people say they just don't have the joy in the game and they just retire. Yeah, Patrick, yeah. Like I think he's a Hall of Famer now too. It's like but just like when you don't have the joy in the game anymore, I'm guessing that's what they mean. Like the things that used to make you excited don't do it for you anymore. And I guess yes. Please stop. but but the thing about it is it's that money. Like I think a lot of people realize don't know what they're going to do after that. How are you going to make money? Yes, this money is good, but I can't live the life that I want to live when I retire. You could make a lot of money, right? You could make a lot of money, you can save money, but your lifestyle, in anything, when you stop working and you stop earning money, your lifestyle has to change. Like it has to. And some people aren't ready for that change. Some people are not ready for that change, and it's probably painful. And that's why you got to play longer than you want to. Oh. Mhm. I respect them for that. I definitely respect them. Nah, I'm okay. It's a and it's probably like, this isn't what I thought it was gonna be. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this sometimes you get someplace, you thought it was gonna be one thing, you tried all your life for it, and then you get there and you're like, "Nah, this isn't it. Let me try something else." And he was still young. We don't even think about it. He's probably still less than younger than 30 years old. Younger than me. And I'm 42. Yeah, he's 7 years younger than me. Yeah, th- that's that's crazy. Like, but it also is the right thing to do. Like, you're like, no, this is a good time to retire. Probably 4,400 yards. Yeah, probably. No, he was he yeah, he put the no, he set them back. He set the Colts back. The Colts are still reeling from that right now. They have not found a quarterback since he decided he was hanging it up. He is the reason why they was able to say, you know what, this Peyton Manning thing, we don't care if you come back from that neck injury. It's fine. hmm San Antonio Spurs. hmm what I'm worried about the San Antonio Spurs is I'm getting shades of that this year. Mm. There's a Cooper Flag from the Duke. It's supposed to be that guy, so that's what I don't want. Ah, it always does. It always does. When they were in the lottery, I was like, "Oh, they'll be getting Victor Wembanyama." I knew it. I hate him. Mhm. In what year? What year was 2012? Who- Adrian Peterson would have played already. Yeah. Offensive rookie of the year would have gone to another quarterback. RG3. Yeah. hmm Mm. Weston was had cancer, right? Yeah, got the job. The Buccaneers, Tampa Bay. It was a long hour. Oh, that was yes, that was the first episode. He can feel gravity. That he knows he's moving a little bit faster. Yeah, I, I, he is that there was a weird. He's a weird guy. He's a weird guy. The next episode, I'm not gonna like it. I know that, but it, it's it's the it's the Jordan Love episode. We got COVID. We got Jordan Love getting drafted, and I love the fact that they say in it like they recycled a quote that Aaron Rodgers said. I'm not here to teach the young boy how to. I don't get paid to teach to bring Aaron Rodgers on. So I would like to hear his thoughts on the Jordan Love situation. I do want to kind of hear it. I'm not gonna lie about that. Kind of because yeah, that is what I was. That's what I said last week. I forgot. And they were like, "You gotta go. We've already moved on." Mhm. Correct. Yes. Flashing people, uh, dick pics in the phones, sending unwanted dick pics. Okay. I'm gonna tell. I tell you, I thank you for watching with me. This feels like a proper punishment. Like it is. It is really. I didn't think it was going to be that difficult to watch this show. It is really difficult. Like I sent you a text message. It ev yeah, so every time I watch the show and listen to him be smart, it sounds like the brother-in-law from Severance when they're reading his passages from his book, where he thinks he's so smart. And you're like, "What? No, not yet. I should have been watching that instead of watching this." Mhm. You want to ride the bike. It's not. That's why I've never got into it. Never got into running. Not on the Gucci area. It's too much pressure on that area. Just to be on it for a long time. It's just no. Un- Uncomfortable. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna tell you, it's not about the cushion. It's the width, right? It's you need a wider seat. You need like a basket seat. Like, hmm. Yeah, I'm not. Mm-mm. I don't like them. Yep. Yep. Mm-mm. I had a friend, a larger friend, who was like, you know what, I'm gonna get into bike riding. It's like I'm gonna buy. He went out and bought like a $1,600 bike. He got the extra wide seat, thinking it was gonna extra cushion seat, thinking it was gonna help. He rode it twice. I was like, I gotta get rid of this bike. I don't I don't like this. It's not. I was like, you can just run. That's what I do. That's one of the reasons why I do run, because I don't like it. I don't like any other cardios at the gym. So running is what I did. Mhm. That's solid. That's oh. What were they in Wisconsin? The people you were talking to? Oh yeah, no. See, yeah, like here we're like, oh God, thank God. We last week we might have had our last freeze, and we're happy. Like, so yeah, 6. I think I saw it. Mhm. You would have. There are shows that if they ever get a season 3 on it, I specifically that show Mind Hunters. I think it's Mind Hunters. Am I thinking about the right show? Yes, the one that was doing true life crimes, basically. Yeah, yeah. Wh- yes. If it ever gets to season 3, I don't care when it. I, I go. I just googled Mindhunter season 3, and it goes. The first thing was 2 months ago on Reddit. Me googling Mindhunter season 3 every few months just to see if it's coming out. It's reportedly in development. That's what IMDb News says. Reportedly in development. Okay, they can come back. Which is really good. It's really- I really enjoyed it. Season two was season two was the missing kids in Atlanta. That was, yeah, that was. Mhm. you don't know how many times I've thought about picking that up and watching it again. I really enjoyed Mindhunter. Yes. Mhm. Mhm. Yes. Mhm. That's Mindhunter's pretty much the only one I could think of right there. That if it came back, I'm just like, "Yeah, I'm back. I know I never left." I know he was gone for a long time, but yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. I have not. I have not. Nope, nope, didn't see it, didn't see it. Yeah. Alright, where's it at? Peacock or some oh, okay. What's name comes out next week? Daredevil. I th I don't think so. I don't know how they're gonna it has to have some semblance. You have because the characters they have in it. Punisher's gonna be in it. Punisher. Berthol's gonna be in it, and they've got the 2 Charlie Cox is still there, Daredevil, Vincent D'Onofrio still Kingpin. Butchered his name, but and then they still got the other 2 people that was in it, but I don't know how much of it you need to know to watch it if you never watched first season of Daredevil is good. The second season is okay. It's good. It's not bad. Second season is Punisher's. It's 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 basically Punisher's season. It's yeah. It's pretty decent. For him. No. Hell's Kitchen, no, not in Hell's Kitchen. That's how you gotta speak. But what it threw caught me because I was for it, but everything I'm reading about it saying that it's some of the best first one of the best first episodes that a show's ever had is what they said. That I've read, and I was like, the first episode of the original Daredevil was really really good. Right? So that's a hard. But I also read that they actually started filming season 2 today. Today, or season 1 ends in a way that I'm going to be upset about because it's season. I'm thinking cliffhanger. Yeah, but no, sometimes you could easily see it. So what I'm thinking is it's Born Again, right? It's just it's the Born Again. It's Frank Miller's Born Again series, right? If you've ever read the series, the way it ends, the first one ends, the book, the middle part of the book is kind of without spoiling, I don't know if this is what the movie's about, but they use the Born Again title, which is that arc where Kingpin becomes mayor, Kingpin finds out who Daredevil is, uh Kingpin then kills Matt Murdock. And Matt Murdock wakes up into like he gets born again. Becomes a born again. He's always Catholic, but that's what it is. So I'm guessing at first I thought they was gonna tell the whole story, but now I'm thinking they probably end it in there. Did you read the Frank Mills? Oh man, I'm a huge Daredevil. I'm not a huge Daredevil. I'm a Daredevil's fan, and that Frank Miller Daredevil run that was the omnibuses that it's really good. It's really good. Mhm. Did you get Marvel Unlimited? That's where I read the Frank. You should. Uh-huh. Older stuff. Hmm. Daredevil, Black Panther run. The Black Panther one of the Black Panther runs was really really good. Those are the ones I picked up because when I had Marvel Unlimited, I was like reading as much stuff as I possibly can. I think I read the Infinity Wars again, Secret Wars. I was just reading this bunch of the older stuff that I didn't have when I was younger. So and that's really what it's for. No, no, but it's good stuff. It's good. That Daredevil's really, really good. So I'm hoping they do some of the stuff from Born Again. I was talking to one of my coworkers about that. Like, because there's some things that happen in Born Again that make sense for that they would do. But the crazy part about it is Defenders kind of did that already, right? The Defenders series. Yeah. So I'm just like, they're gonna have to act like nothing happens. Yeah. No, it's definitely not canon. No, no, not canon. So there's I'm also hoping that they're trying to bring they said they're trying to bring some of the defenders back. My guess is they want to bring the good defenders back, which is Luke Cage and Jessica Jones. Not Iron Fist. Right. So Iron Fist, those four. Yep. Yep. Those. Yes, yeah, that's who he played. Yeah. It's yeah, yeah. That's what I want. I just want Luke Cage and Jessica Jones back. So you didn't get to the first season? Second season is you could kind of forget about it. But that first season with David Tennant as Purple Man, good stuff. Yeah. First season of Luke Cage is good too. Second season. I think Disney Plus picked them all up. So I think you can watch all of them. Try watching Paradise on Hulu. I can't tell you. Michael K. Sterling, no, K. Brown. He's and let me see. I always forget the other guy's name. But Paradise. It's Sterling K. Brown, James Marsden, Julianne Nicholson. Um, so yeah. Yeah, don't read what it's about. Do not read because the first it would then spoil the first episode. Yes. Yes. my buddy Turner was like, just read it, just watch the first episode. I'm not gonna tell you anything about the show. We all watched the first episode and was like, what the hell did you get us into watch it? Right? It's pretty. The first episode is like, okay, now set. It's not. It's not. Or you can get into Daredevil. Apparently, Daredevil's releasing the first 6 episodes all at once, which is weird. I think it's yeah, because it starts out next week. So yeah, we're really close to it. I saw it and I was like, because I saw that they were doing their red carpet runs, and I was like, wait, is this coming out soon? And it was like, yeah, it's it's coming out. Let me see. Yeah, Born Again. Oh nope, they didn't do that right. So they only released 2 episodes. So next week, I thought I was getting four. It's only 2 episodes I'm getting next week, and then after that, it's weekly releases. So I believe so. Yeah. So oh, see, I'm reading it as saying it's Born Again, which isn't an adaptation of Frank Miller's run. Then why call it Born Again? Well, now I'm upset. What are you watching? Yeah. Thanks. Kaiju number eight's pretty is good. Yeah, it's pretty good. Mhm. Yes. They they get angry at him, yes. I forgot how that season ends. I think I remember, but mhm. Dad, that's how I thought it ended. Okay. It's good. It's good. Like I said. No, that wasn't that was family friendly. I would if I warn you before I say something like Don, not family friendly. It's mature. And yeah, no. Okay. Good. Okay. Yeah. It's good music. Yeah. Mhm. Oh, I understand. Like I said, solo leveling is excellent, but it's not. It's kind of for kids. It's not bad. It's not hard, but mm, I can maybe language. I'm trying to think of what it is. It's got some violence in it. It's got a lot of violence. So if the violence Like that's one thing I don't care about. Cartoon violence, I don't care too much about. It's a Yeah, it's got a lot of cartoon violence. Like bodies getting sliced in half. Like and it starts off pretty early. Like episode one, you're like, what? What's going on? Yeah. Yes. That's why you might not want Don to Don Don is that's that yeah, that's the one I'm like, yeah, no, that's why I won't let my kids watch that one. Yes, a little, yeah. Mhm. No, that's perfectly allowable.